Hello there. My name is Asleon, and today we will be building Emilie. She is so pretty. I love her. She's great. I'm so glad I pulled her. I didn't really care to pull her too strongly when she initially came out, but I felt like getting myself a C6 Razor, and Emilie came along with that, and I am very, very happy with that. Anyway, into her stats. Her HP is 20,197. I'm talking okay. I feel like my tongue is twisted. I should be fine. Her attack is 2,172. Defense is 776. EM is 284. I could probably give her a little more about that. Her stamina, that doesn't matter. Crit damage 61 over 113. For ER is 104. And damage bonus is 46. Honestly, I could probably give her a little bit more ER and a bit more EM. Weapon wise, I have her on the Moon Piercer, which is the croppable spear from Sumeru. I think the Kitana Cross Spear is also a really good spear for her. They both give EM and, well, the Moon Piercer buffs burning damage, which is a lot of what she does. And the Kitana Cross Spear buffs elemental skill damage, which, when I was looking over her kit, it's actually, well, it's really good for Emilie. It's good. Some pieces of her kit actually say that some of the damage she does doesn't count as skill damage, so you might want her on something that isn't specifically skill damage. I think the Dragon's Bane could be really, really good for her, and I might actually fully level this and give it to Emilie. Because she wants burning, so she's going to be hitting characters who are affected with pyro. That's a lot of damage bonus. I mean, mine's an R5, which so is a 36. But that's also a lot of EM, which I believe is really good for Emilie. Artifact-wise, of course, the Dark Fruit of Bright. Is that the set name? What is the set name? Unfinished Reverie is a really, really good set for her. I think Deepwood's also good. Again, you might not want to go in on elemental skill damage, but, I mean, Golden Troop isn't that bad. It's a pretty good one. I think you could also consider, like, Gilded Dreams, because I do think EM would be good for her. That's all I really have. Artifact-wise, Unfinished Revive is clearly the best set for her, it being the Burning set. And she runs off Burning herself. Stat-wise, I think you want crit rate, crit damage, and then attack. Because actually, she actually has a lot of buffs that run off her attack. So, there's that. I have her on attack percent, personally. Dandero damage, and crit rate. You could do crit rate or crit damage for the circlet. Dandero damage, you really want Dandero damage for the goblet. And the sands, I think attack or EM will both work. I think attack is far better for Emilie than EM. Well, I do think EM is good. I think attack is far better. On to her talents. I think you want to level her E all, and you don't need to worry about her base. They also recommend E alt, and really her base isn't needed at all. Now, I know this isn't my usual order where I'll kind of go over the cons a little bit, but it's because I'm going to talk about the cons. I kind of want to go over her kit first. We're going to start with the passive she has. This is a really neat passive, actually. At least I think, because it's when she has the Lumidos case, which is what she summons with her E. On the field, all party members gain burning resistance. 85% pyro resistance against burning damage. Which makes a lot of sense, because she is going to be lighting this fire. But granted, that only helps you so much as where there's fire, and you have Dandero. But I think it's a neat skill. It's one of the only ones I've seen like that, so I just want to point that out. This is what I mean by... Not this one. It's going to be the next one, the Lingering of Fragrance. But this is one where I'm like, you want her to have sufficient attack. Mine should, because with every 1,000 attack, increased damage by 15, maximum bonus by this is 36. She has 2,000, so she's getting close to the maximum bonus. She can. This is damage dealt to burning opponents, which is again her kit's built around burning. So you want burning. Now this is one where it says this damage is not considered elemental skill damage. So if you want this damage to do a lot more, you're going to want to focus less on elemental skill damage. Not that it's putting her on stuff that boosts elemental skill damage is bad. That is where a lot of her damage comes from. But given she has a lot of damage that comes from other places as well, unlike like Fischl or Farina, I wouldn't recommend the Golden Truth. Yeah, that's how the artifact set name, I believe. I would not recommend that half as much as I would recommend the other sets. Anyway, so each time you collect 2 cents, which she generates a cent every time burning hits an opponent within a certain duration. I don't quite remember the duration. I think it's like every 0.3 seconds. I think that's right. The level 2 Lumina spell case, which as long as you're doing burning and creating scents, you're going to have a level 2 Ludimo spell case very consistently. Will consume scents and release Clear Dew Cologne that deals AoE dendro damage equal to 600% of Emilie's attack to opponents. This damage is not considered elemental skill damage. So if you're giving her something that beats elemental skill damage, this damage here is not affected by it. And of course, 600% of Emilie's attack. The higher attack she has, the more damage it's going to do. E-wise, her E summons the Luminous Case, which deals AoE dendro damage. It Puffs of Pure Dew is what it normally does. This is the passive, which is extra stuff. Puffs of Pure Dew is what it normally hits it with. Opponents at intervals dealing dendro damage. When they're affected by burning, they will give us sense at intervals. I assume the intervals are given here. Case duration, spirit by throw damage, spirit by throw intervals, field damage. Doesn't really say. Luminous case will level up to 2. Luminous collecting over cents. So Luminous will level up after gathering 2 of them. After which, they will fire 1 extra puff of Pure Dew when firing, while the damage dealt by the damage AoE of the above attack will also be increased. So she'll deal more damage as it gets higher level and has more sense of collected, which is why you want burning to be running a lot of the time. 1 case can be existent at a time. It starts at 1, it can go to 2. If the case does not collect sense for 8 seconds, so if it's not getting the burning reaction for more than 8 seconds, it'll go from a level 2 to a level 1. And then this is just her I cannot pronounce the 2 energies. Her Fontanian special thing. I forget she's Fontanian half the time. But it's triggered with her E. That's a Spirit Breath Thorn will descend in front of her and pierce an opponent, dealing the Luma loud. I cannot pronounce that. Her ult, you want to use after you've hit a level 2 Ludimos case level, and then it'll create a level 3 Luminous case, stowing any cases away. While it's on the field, it won't gather nearby scents, but it'll continue to scatter dew to descend, attacking opponents with range and so it'll do it'll do dendro damage. So every 0.3 seconds, it'll hit an opponent with dendro damage, and then it'll target 1 opponent every 0.7 seconds. So I think it takes 0.7 seconds for it to change target, and 0.3 seconds per attack. At least that's my understanding of it. When the iterations ends, the Luminous case will be created, and if you had a level 2, it'll come out as a level 2. Oh, and then while her ult's created, her E won't generate Luminous cases. That's basically Emilie. You want to start with her E, you want to get some burning going, then you want to put her alt down. Con wise, her first con here, it increases her E's damage, and it increases her E and passes damage. And gosh, my brain just died on me. And it'll help generate more scent. Her C2, her E, her alt, and her passives, when hitting opponents, will get rid of about 30% Dendro damage. Of course, her C3 is an increase in her E's level. Her C4 increases the duration of her alt by 2 seconds, and it reduces time to select an enemy by 0.3. So, from my understanding, it means it'll hit an enemy every 0.3 seconds, and every 0.4 with her C4, it'll swap or it'll retarget. So, like if the enemy died, it'll swap to a new target. C5, it's leveling up of her alt, and her C6. When using her E or alt, Emilie will enter a state which infuses her normal and charge attack with Dendro damage, which cannot be overrimaged. It'll increase the damage dealt by these by 300% of Emilie's attack, and these will generate 1 cent. After generating 4 cents, or after the 5-second state activation time ends, she will exit the state, and it can only be triggered once every 12 seconds. So it's kind of a little bit of a DPS, Emilie, but like she's still mostly support. I believe that goes over all this. I feel like this is a bit scatterbrained, but I don't think I'm going to be able to help that much. Okay, so for Emilie's teams, this is one team I have for, mostly because I want to put her and Tainari on the same team. So this one runs off burning. Benji collects the enemies together. Shang is in charge of pyro application. Emilie's sub DPS, and Tainari's the DPS. Nothing too complicated. Emilie is a sub DPS for burning teams. So really her major team is Kinichi's. This is her technically optimal team and where she will work the best. Kinichi also runs off burning. I like Toma in there, personally, because he provides the shield, and he's got really good pyro application. Movlika is here for additional damage, as well as further pyro application. Emilie's here as a sub DPS. Team-wise, I'd say just throw Emilie into any team you really want her to be in. You really want a pyro character in with her, but she's a really good sub DPS, and if you can have the burning reaction, you can just put her in just about any team with that. Like, let's say, I guess you could put a Linny team with her where you have like Linny, Bennett, Shangli, and her, and she's like this sub DPS over here. But these are really the only two teams I have with Emilie. Emilie's not the most diverse character, at least in my opinion. She's very much burning, and burning doesn't have all that much. Of course, you could run her in any pyro team that requires burning, like you could throw her in a D-Luke team, which runs off burning, like D-Luke, Nikita, Emilie, and maybe Bennett. But overall, she just runs in about any burning team. I would put her in there as a good sub DPS. Anyway, we're probably gonna get on to the trial, and you're gonna get to watch this team. I'm not gonna use Kanichi's team. I want to use Tainari's team with Emilie for them to beat up Ajax. He's gonna go down. Oh, I should get energy. There's gonna be so many cuts. Oh, I was hoping this would be an easy thing. Oh well. This is not. I keep going to this teleport waypoint, and this waypoint sucks. Go away, go away. Yes! Do not contact me. I love you, but don't. Please. Nope, nope, nope. Come on, Emily, get the energy. Oh, turn around. Provide energy. Ah, there you go. Oh, excuse me, y'all. We'll be dust. Alright. Let's go beat up Ajax. It's the middle of the night. That sounded like a sneeze. Alright. I wonder if I should mostly see... I was not supposed to use her ult then! I wonder if I should just let Emilie do most of the damage. Which, of course, Shangling. Emilie's dying! No! Man. Every time someone just starts dying... No! Don't mind me. She did the character pushes that die. Try on you with you, Tainari. Cannot you with both of my DPSs die. Emilie, don't get hit. Summon your E. Oh shit. Oh man. Sorry. Tainari almost got killed by Ajax. Yikes. Okay. Emilie dying did not help.
I hear everything. One with the forest.
Bye bye, Tainari. Emilie, you're in charge. Yes, we see you. Stop moving. Gosh. Oh, well, you can see Emilie's damage there, though. Emilie, do not die. Don't worry about it. Just a bit more of decent gameplay on my half. Anyway, that's how I built my Emilie. I hope this was able to help you figure out how you may want to build your Emilie. This is just how I choose to build mine. Build your own Emilie however you feel like. There isn't exactly a right way. Like I said, they want you to build a birdie, but if you want to go ahead and build your electric tribe, have fun. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. And may you have a blessed rest of your day.